Alright, anyway. What's up? PSU's coming from you. E3.
Episode 2, PSU, non-live webcast.
Yes. We're sorry, the internet here sucks, so we're recording
we wish
it.
this was live, but unfortunately it is not.
Yeah, it's gonna be like this every morning. You're gonna wake up, you're gonna see us, and it's gonna be nighttime here, but get used to it. So we're gonna tell you about what we saw on day one technically, although it's day 3 for us, mostly.
Day 1 for me, I just flew in
Anyway,
last night.
day 1 we saw Sony Online Entertainment. 2 new IPs. First one was Payday.
We got Payday the Heist. It's a 4-player cooperative multiplayer shooter.
Yeah, just co-op. No.
Yeah, only co-op, no competitive. I was interested. It's about bank heists, and there's 6 different levels with apparently randomized enemies, kind of in the vein of like a Left 4 Dead or something. The build was a little rough, admittedly. You know, mine froze twice. I mean, I think they were just having an issue with the.
It was everything was overheating today too. So
yeah.
But
It did look like it used the Left 4 Dead engine, though.
no.
Well, no, it didn't.
No?
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
That's
That's
yeah.
completely different.
I actually see sort of the similarity there. It's no. It sort of looks like that. It's not the Left 4 Dead engine, but I can see how one would mistake it.
It's from Overkill, and they're from Sweden. Stockholm, Sweden is the company.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a pretty cool game. It's nice to see a game that's like, co-op shooter, but it's not like killing zombies.
Yeah, it's
It's like killing like people in a bank heist.
It's
Who are a
strategic,
little slow moving.
like SWAT.
you definitely got to fend off a lot of enemies, but there are other objectives you got to do as well. You got to like go destroy security footage, so like they don't know you were there.
Alright, the next game we played at Sony Online, because we didn't really spend that much time there, was Ricochet.
Or Ricardo.
God. You know, we don't have notes with us. We're kind of going off the cuff here. But
It
anyway.
was something like Ricardo. The story is you're a miner who is some space miner, and
It's a 2D game.
The big catch with this is that you can alter gravity. You hold down L2
L1.
and that whatever. Hold down
a button. Gravity gets lighter. You can jump higher.
Yeah.
You also have like this gun, not entirely like the portal gun, but like it's a gun with special abilities that can control objects. You can like grab boxes and like fling them. There are walls you can pass through, but items can't.
Yep.
Whereas there are walls you can't pass through, but items can, and it's just a puzzle platform with some combat elements. Seemed reasonable.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty fun. And
I enjoyed my time with it.
I thought it was interesting that it was a full-on side-scroller game. I personally haven't played a side-scrolling game in
a good side-scrolling game in a long time. And
Yeah.
if I remember correctly, it's going to be $9.99. Although, don't quote me on that because I have to check my notes again, but I'm pretty sure that's what he said. But they don't have a release date yet? Or was that paid?
No, I think they said end of summer, early fall, or maybe summer.
Okay. And
we saw a lot of games today. And
we also briefly played DC Universe Online's upcoming DLC. I played that for like 5 minutes, and then the raid died. But it was pretty rad. I mean, DC Universe Online I think has come a long way.
I played it for a while, and I was definitely enjoying myself.
Yeah. So that was good. Then we went to Activision. We all kind of split up.
Yep.
We checked out Prototype 2, and nothing in Activision was hands-on except for something they'll get to in a minute. Prototype 2, it looks like vastly better than the original. There's like a new combat mechanic where it's like the tells on the enemies are much stronger, so your interaction with the enemies seems way better. And it's really, really early stages too. So
did it run smoothly? Because I know that game has a ton.
Well, I mean, it's like so early in
it's a 2012 game.
Yeah, so it didn't run that smoothly. But again, I mean, that's because he pointed out that there was going to be glitches along the way.
It looked badass, though.
It did look pretty badass.
They
had this cool thing called the bio-bomb. The bio-bomb, I think it's called, where you like implant your biomutation into somebody, and then you run away, and then they pull everybody near them into you, and they explode. It's like an AoE kind of attack thing. I thought that was pretty rad.
Yeah.
Cool boss battles. And then we saw we didn't see. We got a demonstration of Call of Duty Elite, which I'll tell you about in an article someday. There's not really enough time to go over it now.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I saw a demo of Modern Warfare 3. And I mean, frankly, it was a single player demo. There was Spec Ops there. We didn't have time to check that out, unfortunately. Though I did hear a little bit about the Spec Ops survival mode, which sounds pretty cool. You're fighting waves of guys. Those modes are always fun. But regarding the single player campaign, it looked polished. It looked fun. But I mean, honestly, it looked like more of the same. Yeah, they have a crazy budget, obviously. So tons of set piece moments. A lot of those scripted moments you
That's gonna
either
sell
know and love or hate. Yeah, it'll sell a
Doesn't even
zillion
matter.
copies. Obviously.
It's gonna be a great game. You know, everybody's gonna bitch about it because it's a great game. Get over it. All right, let's move on to some other games.
But no,
We
I mean,
went-
I will say, the campaign, it just doesn't seem that phenomenal.
They're never that phenomenal. I mean, they're
Yeah,
okay.
they look. It's gonna be a good game.
That's what I'm saying, though. It's like it doesn't even.
It'll be fine. It'll sell.
Again with your cell phone, dude. You're killing us. we're gonna work through this little minor technical glitch.
All right. What else did we see at Activision? I saw.
That's all we saw. We left after that.
Okay.
Big
Hello?
I saw a couple of other
We're
things
taking
at
a
Activision.
call from a user.
Oh, yeah.
He wants to know what next game we got.
Oh, good. Well, what did you see next?
I saw. It was. Oh my God, what was the title? Spyro's Adventures. That's the subtitle. There's a main title. Regardless.
Hey, I'll get this one. Go on.
It was a.
Hello?
There were various toys you could like.
No, it's fine.
It's kind of in the vein of like an Eye of Judgment or something. You could put these figurines on a I don't know, a pedestal or something, and the character would pop up in the game. It's a cool idea. The starter pack, I think the PR woman said, was $70. So you get like 3 characters. The thing you have to connect to the console via USB or whatever, and the game itself. But the catch is, you know,
So
this
is
is a
the
game
catch.
aimed at kids 6 to 12. And I asked how much. They're like going to be, I think, around 30 characters in total. 30 different monsters with different abilities. And they roam around, you know, there's some combat, some platforming. Actually, can you jump in that game? I don't know if there's platforming. There's puzzle solving.
You can see it.
It's relatively simple. But additional characters, she said, are going to cost under $10. So if you want them all, it's going to be like hundreds of dollars. So this is going to be those things, you know. There were like Beanie Babies, and now there are these figurines that... I mean, it is pretty cool, because they do have some sort of memory inside them. So, like, you can level it up on your console and then go bring it over to a friend's
What the
and
hell are you
pop it
talking
over
about?
on their thing. I'm talking about the Spyro game.
Oh,
But...
okay. Sorry. What's the next game you played?
Yeah, that's not that exciting. We'll move on.
Yeah.
I saw Spider-Man: Edge of Time. They did a demo of that, and that's by Beanox. That looks surprisingly solid. You can play as a variety of the different Spider-Mans. There's Spider-Man 2099,
So
the
like,
Amazing Spider-Man.
The last one, the time one, I love that game.
Did you?
Yeah, it's good.
Good. Well, this one looks pretty good as well. It was
Kind of
actually it looks polished. I think it's coming out in fall. October, actually, yeah, I remember. And the combat looks pretty reasonable. The different Spider-Mans from the different eras, actually play very differently. The futuristic one plays more like a standard action game with like, I don't know, different moves, whereas the Amazing Spider-Man has, I guess, more like flowy attacks, more web attacks. But they all have special abilities, and the bosses look cool. Dialogue's really cheesy. It's a Spider-Man game. It's always like that.
All right, we gotta fast forward.
Yeah,
this
we
a
gotta
little bit.
move.
All right, so we
saw
went
a lot
to
today.
Doug and I then went to Bethesda, and had huge high hopes. And I'm not saying that they were dashed, but we watched a 30-minute presentation of Skyrim, and
Which looked badass.
it was
I
awesome.
thought,
I'm not
you
gonna
know.
lie. Everything about it, it's Game of the Year quality. I mean, regardless, whatever genre you like, it was pretty great. There's really not much news we can tell you about it other than it just
You
looks...
get to fight dragons.
You get to fight dragons really early, and I'm going to tell you more about that later. But immediately after that, we were all set to go play Rage, and that just didn't happen because there was too long of lines and the PR people wouldn't kick us off. I will say quickly that the PR person who I work with, I found out lives in the same town I live in, back in Maryland. Small
Yeah,
world,
friends.
yeah.